What's up, this is Misty and welcome back to Dissidia. Today I'll be making a guide on Tifa Lockhart, the sexiest female in Final Fantasy, unless someone has a different opinion. Before we talk about a move list, we are going to talk about a buff she gets, which is called Fever Time. Fever Time is a buff Tifa gets when she lands an attack on enemies. Any of her bravery attacks give her Fever points. Once she gets 1800, she gets Fever Time 1 or Fever Time 2. Depending on how many bravery attacks that you land. You can even get Fever Time when your enemies block. A Fever Time buff doesn't last very long, it lasts as long as Mighty Strike, so get as much bravery to activate her buffs. It will tell you what Fever Time you are in if it's hard for new players to understand, so make it last. Right, the first move we're going to talk about in a Fever Time buff is Blizzard Spike. A projectile she gets when she's in Fever Time 1. It's very fast, it pushes your enemies back, it helps her do stuff at long range. You can use this to set up your teammates' HP attacks, and you can use this to set up your own HP attacks. Unless they tech roll in the middle of your HP attack, which will leave you open, so bait them to tech roll immediately. So let's get to Fever Time 1 and I'll show you Blizzard Spike. Right, this is Blizzard Spike. Pushes your enemies back, very fast projectile. I'll consider using this a lot against zoners and to set up your teammates' HP attacks, and if you can, set up your own HP attacks with this projectile. If you have not been in Fever Time 2 yet and you're still in Fever Time 1, I'll consider using Blizzard Spike. Right, the next move in Fever Time that we're going to talk about is Heat Crush. A buff Tifa gets at Fever Time 2, she punches the ground and it stops enemies that are in the air. You can spam this over and over again. If your enemies don't stay on the ground, it's a free win for you. So basically this is an anti-air, so if you come up against this, against a Tifa player, stay on the ground, otherwise it's a free win. Tifas will always use Heat Crush to get them out of the air. It's a free wall splat if you stay in the air for too long, so use Heat Crush a lot. It comes in handy for victories. Right, next move we're going to talk about in Fever Time is Meteor Strike, a buff Tifa gets when she's in Fever Time 2. It's basically like Tidus's neutral dash. She dives in and slams her enemy on the ground. It has a lot of damage at close range. You can also gain a wall splat. Don't charge for too long, find opportunity and be ready. Alright then, so gotta get back in Fever Time 2. Meteor Strike, really good attack, slams your enemies on the ground. It's like Tidus's neutral dash, so I'll consider using it a lot. But don't be too predictable, because enemies will find that out and they will literally look at you and be like, yeah, this Tifa is gonna be a nightmare. So they are gonna chase you down, they're gonna shut down your whole game pattern if they see you using Meteor Strike or any of the Fever Time buffs. So don't be too predictable. Use it wisely, find an opening and be ready. Right, the next move we're going to talk about in Fever Time is Blizzard Ball. A projectile Tifa gets in Fever Time 2. It's better than Blizzard Spike. It can be used to combo your HP attacks unless they don't tech roll until your HP attack is finished, which is good for them and bad for you. It's basically slower than Blizzard Spike, and it doesn't push back like Blizzard Spike, but it does more damage and you can get your HP attacks a lot easier with Blizzard Ball. I'll consider using both of these because any projectile is better than no projectile. So let's get to Fever Time 2. A good thing to know when Tifa is in FIFA Time 2 or FIFA Time 1, she will be glowing when she's in FIFA Time 2. She'll have a glow around her. So that's a good thing to look out for, to see what FIFA time you're in. If she's glowing, she's in FIFA Time 2. And it also tells you what FIFA time she's in. So any new player that doesn't understand this FIFA time buffs or whatever, then just always look out when she's glowing or not. In my opinion, FIFA Time 2 is the best buffs for Tifa, because like she has a lot better moves than FIFA Time 2. Anyways, yeah, let's show you Blizzard Ball. Right, this is Blizzard Ball. I mean, that's Blizzard Spike. This is Blizzard Ball. It does a lot more damage, slower than Blizzard Spike. The only difference is Blizzard Spike is a ground attack, Blizzard Ball is an air attack. See the difference? Blizzard Spike pushes the enemies away. Blizzard Ball does a lot more damage. So you can do shit like that. Anyways, the second part of the video, I'll be talking about her move list, and we'll be going through her last FIFA time attack, Burning Arrow. Don't go anywhere. What's up, this is Misty. Welcome to the second part of the video where I'll be talking about her move list. Beat Rush. A ground attack you can use to wall splat your enemies. You can delay the combo to trick your enemies. Use Beat Rush a lot for wall splats and use it a lot to keep your enemies out. This is Beat Rush. Very good for wall splats, as you can see. I can Dolphin Blow after Beat Rush. Don't be too predictable if you come up against a character with a parry, because if you try Beat Rush, they'll completely shut down your game plan. So use Beat Rush wisely to wall splat your enemies. Here is Beat Rush again, with me delaying the combo string. And here it is again one more time, with me doing the full combo string. You see, it pushes your enemy far away. So it's a good idea to use it to keep your enemies out. The next move we're going to talk about is Moonsault Kick, a bravery attack I use a lot when I play Tifa. It's similar to Beat Rush, but instead of punching her enemies, she's using her kicks. It's slower than Beat Rush, but I use this a lot for combo drops. It has good tracking. You could use this combo for wall splats. I would consider using Moonsault Kick if you like setting up your teammates' HP attacks, but be careful with using this because enemies can sidestep and mess up your whole game plan. Here is Moonsault Kick. It's an air attack, it's very fast, it's a lot slower than Beat Rush, it tracks a lot and it's got good tracking, but you can shut that down, you can punish Moonsault Kick. This is why you can delay the combo and do combo drops like this. You don't have to always do the full combo string when you do Moonsault Kick. And if you do combo strings like so, over and over again, as you can see, I'm in FIFA Time 2, so I would consider using Moonsault Kick. The next move we're going to talk about is Water Kick, a bravery attack which Tifa uses as a projectile. You can delay the second input, but don't be spamming it too much. Use this to keep your enemies out. This is Water Kick. Very fast bravery attack. I'll be using this a lot for a projectile to shut down your enemies and to stop your enemies approaching you. I'll consider using a lot of Water Kick. Here it is again with me delaying the second input. To be less predictable, I'll consider using water kick with just using the first input and not doing the full input string. Like for example, you don't have to always do this. With water kick, you can basically bait them to approach you just by doing the first input. Comes in handy. I'll consider using water kick a lot, but don't spam it too much because you'll become very predictable. The next move we're going to talk about is Somersault, a bravery attack which Tifa uses to anti-air her enemies. Use it at the correct times, don't spam it too much because enemies can counter-attack. I would consider using this a lot for enemies who love to rush you down, but be patient. Here is Somersault. Very fast attack. I'll use it a lot for anti-airs and for people that love to rush you down. The next move we're going to talk about is Rolling Rise, a mid-air bravery attack which you can use to knock down your enemies. It's very fast and it allows Tifa to attack in the air without using any buffs. So that's amazing for Tifa, to be honest. You can use this as a wall splat in the air. Very fast attack. It's good for anti-airs. And it's good for Tifa to have Rolling Rise because she can't do much in mid-air combat without using FIFA time buffs. So I'll be using this a lot to get your enemies out of the air, as well as Heat Crush. So I'll be using a lot of Rolling Rise. The next part of the video I'll be talking about HP attacks and Burning Arrow, so don't go anywhere. What's up, this is Misty, welcome to the third part of the video where we talk about HP attacks, Burning Arrow and her EX skill. So before we get to HP attacks, we're going to talk about Burning Arrow. One of the best buffs in FIFA time, you can gain this in FIFA time too, is a combo buff which you can link with Somersault, Moonsault Kick and Rolling Rise. If you want more combo damage, I would consider saving your FIFA time for this bad boy. Let's show you Burning Arrow. But before I do that, I need to get in FIFA time 2. Right, we're now in FIFA time 2. Let's do a Burning Arrow. Such a good buff for Tifa. If you want more damage, I would consider using Burning Arrow, because this bad boy is possibly one of the best buffs Tifa can get in FIFA time, along with Heat Crush. So use a Burning Arrow a lot. Right, we're now going to move on to HP attacks. So I'll see you there. Gonna go to sparring match. Right, let's go to sparring match.
I can be fearless too. Okay, everyone, time for victory.
You will I'll destroy the form. destroy the core. I am ready. Time to call a summon.
So yeah, there was Dolphin Blow. Awesome tracking, one of my favourite HP attacks, and if you like to get enemies out of the air, it's kind of like
that's
Rough
good
Divide,
too.
I'll consider using Dolphin Blow.
You have preference. Appreciate it.
Next we're gonna win with Media Drive. So let's talk about Meteor Drive. Meteor Drive, a fast HP attack with good range. It's good for mix-ups, so use this one a lot when you get your projectile buffs. It's not very good at long range, but it's very good at close range, so use this a lot at close combat. I'm gonna win a match with Meteor Drive. I'm also going to change my skill set for this one. I'm going to be using Mighty Strikes and HP Regain. HP Regain is very good for Assassin. Dispel is good for Assassin, and basically the spell is good for any type of character. Good for Vanguard, good for Assassin, good for Marksman. But I'm going to choose HP Regain for this one.
Shall we begin? If endeavored, it can be done.
I'll show him Fists of Fury.
Right, let's get a win with Media Drive.
I'll destroy the core. Smash the core to nothing.
Should've run. Lights out.
a beast. Time to call a summon. Keep your defenses airtight. Defiance. Let us awaken a beast. Time to call a summon.
Lightning! Strike them down! Should've run.
So there you have it. There was Meteor Drive. Awesome at close range. Good for mix-ups. If you're really good at close combat, you should definitely use Meteor Drive as your HP attack.
Appreciate it. Well done.
Blazing Fists, a HP attack when Tifa uses fireballs. If you can use this attack correctly, it can be very dangerous for your opponent to get up close. It's good on teams, but it can be used in 1v1 if you are a marksman player. And you are using an assassin for the first time, I would consider trying out Blazing Fists. So for any marksmans out there that want to try assassin, I would consider using Tifa and using a Blazing Fists. I'm going to win a match with Blazing Fists to show you how good the HP attack is. I'll be using this with... I don't have to use it with Binder, I'll use it with Mighty Strikes and HP Regain.
You two have been summoned. If endeavored, it can be done.
Laugh while you still can.
Right, let's see if we can win with Blazing
You two
Fists.
have been summoned.
I'll destroy the core. Mistake. Appreciate it. I'll destroy the core.
The core is ours.
Cool bolts of lightning down on them. Gotta step up my game here.
God damn it, Ramo. Oh.
Time to get ready.
destroy the core.
The core is ours. Awaken our servants.
Time to call a summon. The power to transcend.
Lightning! Strike them down!
Bloody Xenos.
I can't lose now.
Ready to set out.
Don't blink! Yeah! Take that! One quick
Damn, that was close. So anyways, there was Blazing Fists. Very effective if you're really good at being a marksman. And if you can use it correctly, it's dangerous for enemies to get up close.
Inspiring.
Appreciate it.
Next, we're going to talk about Meteor Crusher. Meteor Crusher, a HP attack Tifa has to punch at enemies continuously. You can spam the square button for more damage, but opponents can interrupt it at any time. So cancel the animation when you are close to an enemy. I'm going to win a match with Meteor Crusher.
Greetings.
We fight as equals.
Meteor Crusher is really good to use with Binger, but I won't be using Binger.
Let's try to have some fun out there, guys.
There's no way we can lose.
Right, let's try and get a win.
We fight as equals.
Fucking Jet, man. Oh my god. Jet! Fucking chill out, Jet! Oh my life!
I did what I could. Back in business.
Oh my god, Jet.
I shall destroy.
I'll center that core.
Of course. Of course.
Call upon our chosen throne.
Call forth our summon.
How do you like that?
Call upon our chosen throne.
Time to turn up the heat, guys.
Man, Jet bot is really lethal.
I got this.
So there you have it, Media Crusher. I'll consider using this a lot. It's top tier. A lot of Tifas use Media Crusher. If you can use it very effectively, it comes in handy.
Now that's good team play.
It's awesome at teams. It's pretty good at 1v1 as well, if you know what you're doing.
I won't forget this. I am a
So that wraps it up for Tifa's HP attacks. Man, that jet bot was lethal. But we still got the win. Now we're going to talk about her EX skill. What's up, this is Misty. Welcome to the last part of the video, where I'll be talking about Tifa's Limit Break slot machine. It's her EX skill which buffs herself and your team. Rotate the slot machine to gain a number limit. It doesn't matter if you don't get your limit up to 5. Any limit is better than no limit at all. Remember to be out of range from the enemy when you're using slot machine, because if you get attacked you lose your EX skill. I would consider being quick with rotating the slot machine. Don't worry about getting all the hits. If you have limit, then you'll be fine. She gets more slots when you have FIFA time. If you have FIFA time 1 or FIFA time 2, she gets more slots with her slot machine. So I'll be showing you her EX skill right now. First I'm going to be in FIFA time. Right, in FIFA time 1. She gets 5 slots in FIFA time 1. You see there, I didn't get all the hits, but I'm still buffed up. I still get my buffs, and it's all good. You don't have to get all the hits with Tifa in slot machine. It's good to get all the hits though, but any limit's better than no limit. Right, now I'm going to show you the slots in FIFA time 2. Just wait for my EX skill to charge up again. Right, we're already in FIFA time 2, which is good. She gets 7 slots in FIFA time 2. Comes in handy. Buffs up your team, so I'll consider using this a lot to buff yourself up and your team. So anyways, I'm going to show you what it's like to get all the hits with Tifa in your slot machine. Just wait for my EX skill to charge up once again. Just got limit break level 4. I was close to get all of them, but to be fair, you don't want to get all the hits. You have to be quick with getting all the hits, because the enemy can approach you at any time, and it's bad for you because if they attack you, you lose your EX skill completely, and you have to wait for it to go back up. So anyways,
Time to get serious.
that time I only got 1 miss. I think got limit break up to 4 again. I think the highest you can get is 5, but any limit's better than nothing. So don't worry about getting all of the hits. The best thing you can do with the slot machine is being as quick as you possibly can, because any enemy will see you're trying to get your buffs, trying to buff up the team, and it'll be a bad idea for you to use it right in front of the enemy. And plus, it's not that easy to get all your slots to hit, so don't hesitate. Don't get mad if you can't get all the hits. Just be grateful that you have limit, because that's the main thing to have with Tifa. Without limit, Tifa can't get anything off.
Time to get serious. I won't lose. Take
So, also, I would consider using your slot machine once you're in Fever time 1 or Fever time 2, because you get more slots, that means more buffs. And also more buffs for your team.
Here we go. How's this? Take this.
I'm hoping we can end the video with all hits, but even if we don't, then doesn't really matter. We'll try to anyways.
Here we go.
So yeah, that's one of the reasons why you can't be really slow with the slot machine, because if you're super slow with the slot machine, it will not let you finish it off. You gotta be really quick with the slot machine. It can be really difficult to get all the buffs, but don't hesitate. If you once you get all the hits, then pretty much you're good to go. There we go. There's all the hits, and that's what happens when you get all the hits with your slot machine. Your limit break becomes level 5, and that's the highest she can get with a slot machine, and it's basically awesome. Thank you for watching. This is Misty, and peace.